There's a moment, somewhere between sitting and standing, when many seniors feel it, that little tremble, that loss of control that whispers, "Be careful." But what if I told you that standing up confidently isn't about willpower? It's about chemistry. Inside your body, your hormones and brain signals work like an orchestra. And when one instrument falls out of tune, balance wobbles. Today I'll share what scientists discovered about how aging shifts your cortisol, melatonin, and muscle power, and how a simple 3-session per week practice can restore that rhythm. For years, Margaret avoided her favorite armchair because standing up made her dizzy and afraid of falling. She thought it was just getting older. But research now shows that these struggles often begin with hormonal shifts and lost muscle power, not just weakness. In one study, seniors regained 40 to 45% of their leg muscle quality in only 8 weeks, without heavy weights, just focused movement. I'm Dr. Samuel Hartley, and in this video, we'll uncover how to bring that control back, step by step, safely, and confidently. 1. The hidden hormonal connection, biological mechanism. Standing up should feel natural, a small movement that bridges rest and motion. But after 60, something subtle begins to change. For many, that simple act feels shaky, like the body's orchestra has lost its conductor. The truth is, your hormones play a bigger role in this moment than most people realize. Inside your body, cortisol, melatonin, and a group of chemicals called cytokines form a network that keeps balance, timing, and muscle coordination in harmony. Cortisol, your body's stress signal, used to rise in the morning and dip at night. But as we age, that rhythm reverses. When cortisol stays high through the evening, it blocks GABA, your brain's natural, calm, and coordinate messenger. Without enough GABA, muscles fire out of sync, and that smooth transition from sitting to standing becomes hesitant or wobbly. Then comes melatonin. We think of it as a sleep hormone, but it's also a conductor for movement precision. By age 70, melatonin drops to about a quarter of youthful levels. Without it, your internal timing falters. It's like trying to dance to a song with no beat. And layered on top of that, chronic low-grade inflammation, led by molecules like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, creates background static that dulls your balance signals. In one 2020 Frontiers in Physiology study, older adults who retrained their balance showed up to 20% better leg stability after just 8 weeks. It wasn't only strength, it was chemistry realigned through movement. So, when Margaret, 74, came to me and said, "I feel like my legs forgot how to listen," I knew her body wasn't weak. It was out of tune. But here's the part most people overlook. The true secret isn't just restoring hormone balance. It's retraining your muscles to respond faster than they age. And that's where the power behind every confident rise begins. 2. The power behind the rise. Muscle power versus strength. Most people believe balance depends on strength. But science shows something even more important. Power. Power is how quickly your muscles can respond, not just how much they can lift. It's that quick spark that lets you rise from a chair without hesitation. And after 60, research shows power fades nearly twice as fast as strength. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation followed 1,748 adults over 60 and discovered something striking. The single strongest predictor of independence at age 90 wasn't hand grip strength or daily steps. It was sit-to-stand power, the speed at which you can lift your body weight from a seated position. The faster you rise, the more confidently you live. Think of power as the spark in an engine. When it weakens, the engine still runs, just slower, heavier, less reliable. You may feel fine one day and unsteady the next. But when you train that spark, even gently, your body remembers. When Margaret began her first 2 weeks of the Sit to Stand program, she started small, 3 sets of 5 slow rises each day using a sturdy chair. She held the motion halfway up, breathing deeply, then sat back down. Within 10 days, she noticed something she hadn't felt in years. Her legs responded before her mind worried. And she's not alone. Evidence shows that just 8 to 12 weeks of targeted sit-to-stand training, done 3 times a week for 30 to 40 minutes, can raise muscle power by nearly 38%. That's not theory. That's your body's resilience reawakening. But here's where most seniors get it wrong. They stop once standing feels easier. In truth, that's when the deeper transformation begins. When power starts rewriting your nervous system itself. Because what happens after 8 weeks is nothing short of extraordinary. 3. The evidence in motion, research results plus benefits. When you give your body the right rhythm, steady practice, balanced rest, and a bit of patience, it answers back with remarkable precision. The numbers from modern research are proof of that. In a Frontiers in Physiology 2020 trial, older adults who completed 8 weeks of balance and strength training improved their leg weight distribution by up to 20% and cut their postural sway by half. That means their bodies learned how to share the load between both legs again, a vital skill for confident standing. Then, in 2023, Applied Sciences researchers found something even more encouraging. Just 2 months of sit-to-stand training raised participants' muscle quality by 45% and their power output by nearly 38%. It's not magic, it's biology waking back up. Picture each repetition like tuning a string on a guitar. At first, it squeaks and strains, but by week 4, the sound grows smoother. By week 8, your entire body plays in tune again. Margaret remembers the first time she realized it was working. She stood from her chair to answer the door and didn't reach for the armrest. That small moment of freedom brought tears to her eyes. "I didn't have to think about it," she said. "I just stood up." And data supports her experience. A 2017 British Journal of Sports Medicine meta-analysis of nearly 20,000 seniors confirmed that programs offering at least 3 hours of high-balance training per week cut fall risk by 39%. That's 107 fewer falls per 1,000 older adults treated. Pause for a second. What would a 39% drop in fall risk mean for your life? For walking to the garden or greeting a grandchild without fear? Because if results like these happen in 8 weeks, imagine what 12 weeks could do for the 12-week confidence protocol, practical application. Now that you understand the why, let's bring it into the body. This is the same evidence-based routine used in clinical research, designed for seniors 60 and above, that may help you rebuild power, stability, and trust in your own legs. The structure frequency: 3 sessions per week, about 30 to 45 minutes. Each program length, 11 to 12 weeks. Weekly total, around 90 to 120 minutes of balance work, weeks 1 to 2. Start simple. 3 sets of 5 slow sit-to-stand repetitions, 2 or 3 times a day. Focus on posture, feet flat, knees steady, eyes forward. Weeks 3 to 4, move to 8 reps per set. If comfortable, cross your arms over your chest instead of using your hands. Weeks 5 to 8, build to 10 reps, still twice a day. Add a gentle challenge. Lift your arms as you rise or close your eyes for 1 repetition to engage balance pathways. Weeks 9 to 12, continue the same structure, but vary the chair height. Standing from a slightly lower surface trains the muscles more deeply, helping you prepare for real-world movements. Think of your chair as your gym. You don't need weights. Gravity is your partner here. One study in Applied Sciences, 2023, found that this simple habit improved muscle quality by up to 45% in just 8 weeks. Another review from Cochrane, 2017, showed fall rates drop by 39% when seniors practiced at least 3 hours of high balance training weekly. Safety first. Always use a sturdy chair on a non-slip floor. Keep a wall or countertop within arm's reach. Maintain a comfortable breathing pace and stop immediately if you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or short of breath. Because in this stage of life, progress isn't about pushing harder. It's about listening closely. But before you begin, let's clear up the myths that keep too many seniors from even trying myth versus fact. Evidence-based clarifications. When it comes to movement after 60, myths travel faster than facts, and sadly these beliefs often stop people from ever starting. Let's separate the fiction from the science, because confidence begins with understanding. Myth number 1, I'm too old to start strength training. Fact, research from multiple studies, including the American Journal of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, 2022, shows seniors well into their 80s and 90s can safely build muscle power. Even frail adults improve sit-to-stand ability and balance when programs were gradual and supervised. Age doesn't limit progress. Only neglect does. Myth number 2. Walking is enough exercise to prevent falls. Fact, walking supports endurance and circulation, but it doesn't challenge your balance systems or the quick muscle reactions needed to prevent a fall. Think of it this way. Walking keeps you moving forward, but sit-to-stand training teaches your body to recover when you wobble. You need both for full independence. Myth number 3. Falls are just part of aging. Fact, studies in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, 2017, showed that structured balance training cuts fall rates by 39%. Falls aren't inevitable. They're preventable through focused movement, improved timing, and retraining the body's internal sensors. Myth number 4. If I haven't exercised before, it's too late to improve. Fact, the human body remains adaptable at every decade. A 2023 review found that even previously sedentary seniors showed up to a 45% improvement in muscle quality after just 8 weeks. The key isn't how strong you start, but how consistently you move. So if you've been hesitating, remember, your body still listens. It just needs clearer instructions. And when that new rhythm takes hold, what returns isn't just balance, it's freedom. Maybe standing up has never felt like an achievement before, but for many of my patients, that first confident rise, without grabbing a chair arm, without fear, feels like reclaiming something sacred. Independence. It's easy to forget how deeply movement shapes identity. When we hesitate to stand, a part of us starts to believe we're fragile. Yet the science and the stories say otherwise. In every study we've explored today, from frontiers in physiology to applied sciences, the body proved what the heart already knows. It still wants to move, to balance, to trust itself again. So, here's a gentle invitation. Try the simple sit-to-stand routine 3 times this week. Place your chair near a wall. Take your time. Feel your legs engage. Each rise is not a test, but a conversation with your body, a reminder that it remembers how to support you. Always check with your doctor before starting, especially if you take medications or have balance challenges. But don't let hesitation steal possibility. Margaret didn't. 8 weeks after beginning, she sent me a message. I can stand up from my chair while holding my grandson's hand. No fear anymore. Imagine that moment for yourself, the strength, the ease, the quiet pride. If this message resonated, share your experience in the comments. Has standing up become easier, or does fear still linger? Your story may give someone else the courage to start. And if you'd like more evidence-based guidance for aging well, subscribe and join me next week for 3 morning habits that keep your joints young. You were never meant to sit in fear. Your body still remembers how to rise.